some defeats are quite hard to take. Sometimes you just take it on the chin. Sometimes you move on because they were the better team. Sometimes you just, the game just does what it does and it decides, nope, you're not winning today. This one wasn't different, but it hurt. This defeat really hurt because we've been flying in the league. We've cemented third position, and we took on TNS, a much better side than us. But if you look at the XG, it's that first half. I thought we have an opportunity to get a draw here. Like, we're away from home, we're outperforming them, and then just three sucker punches in the last 30 minutes. Oh, this one hurt because, like, let me take you to the Camry Premier League, or the Camry Premier League. We've firmly cemented third place. Newton, it's going to take a lot for them to overcome that 9-point gap with us, and we've a 7-point gap at Bala Town. If we had beaten the New Saints, it tightens our grip on that third place, obviously, but gives us a fighting chance to kind of break into that second or first spot, especially when the next game we have, and the game I'm going to take you through, is with Bala Town. Now, we're at home, and this is a bit of a grudge match for me because I still haven't forgotten that 5-1 drubbing at the hands of Bala Town after them knocking us out of the Welsh Cup. We have beaten them recently, back at the beginning of October. Comfortable 2-0 win at home. Now, since then, we've also had wins in the Welsh Cup, third and fourth round, convincing 6-1 against Taffs, and a 6-0 demolition of Carmarthen Town. So we're riding pretty high. There's been two signings as well. I brought in Adam Senior on loan from Bolton because I'm noticing that I want a bit more competency in my back line. Now, unfortunately, it is 6.2 rating against TNS, but he's not, it says here he's match fit. He didn't feel very match fit to me now, I'll say that much. But there's a lot of 10s over here, 9. He's got good passing, so he can bring the ball out. Just confident mentals. And is he out of contract? He is out of contract. So if he does well, I might just bring him in permanently because he's young, he's good, he's solid. There's a defender in here. Also, this guy, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, 22 years of age, not the one you're thinking of. Just confident, good ball winning midfielder. 6'3", so he's got muscle to move around. He's got really good stamina and pace. That's beautiful to see. Good leadership, aggression, and the tackling is incredible. Like, at this level, he is a player that I really wanted to bring in. So himself and Gibbon are going to be my midfield pairing. I'm still playing with a combination of this. I don't want you to be a poacher. I want you to be a deep lying playmaker. McLean has kind of come into his own, 6 goals in the league. He's playing really good. 1 player of the match, 3 assists, 7.45. But Grain has been having just incredible training performances. And like you saw in the league, he has 9 goals and 25 appearances. Like that partnership up front, I'm very happy with. And it's all about getting the most out of them, so that Gibbon and Reynolds can just hold that midfield block and just kind of distribute play around into the wings. Owens and Holmes, I played them as wing-back defence to try to give me a more fighting chance in that TNS game. Didn't really play off. I'm actually just going to pull them forward into full-back attacks. So, Gibbons and Holmes, Clark and Owens. Holmes, however, 34 years of age. There's not that much left in him, I think, so I'm going to have to replace him at some point. Nippard can play in that right wing, but he hasn't got good crossing, so I'm not particularly happy with him to play that role. He's a good backup, but I don't want him in there if I can get away with it. Stanley still excelling whenever I bring him on. Hasn't played a huge amount, but that's just because I can't not separate that front two. They were incredible and they play so well together and they play well off of each other. Why would you sacrifice that? Why would you take one of them out? And unfortunately, both of them can only play striker, so I have to play 2 strikers. I guess I could play with a 4-3-1-2, but then again, Clark and Gibbons are stars in my team. They're really good wingers, left and right footer respectively. The 4-4-2 is just where this squad is right now, and probably the most commanding positions they can hold. So this is going to be the starting lineup for today. This is, I don't want defensive, I want positive. Why did that change? This is going to be a Go there. Fine. Distribute to fullbacks. Still playing narrow. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually hit early crosses. There you go. Like I said, grudge match. Absolute grudge match today. Reynolds lacking match fitness. Sure, how do you get match fitness? You play matches. I've got this game. I know what I'm doing. Let's go to the match. So our points difference isn't incredibly important. So even 1-0 wins are still happy for us. Sam Booth, I had him on loan. He's a pretty decent goalkeeper, but I decided to go with Ben Duggan. Of course, Bala Town swoop in and fucking get our man. That was really funny to me when I saw it. Okay, kick off. Come on, we got this. On a key against Bala Town. The beginnings of a rivalry starting to emerge between these two squads. They play predominantly through the middle. Actually, I'm going to instantly do something here. Opposition reports. Blake, I want him being tightly marked. And you being tightly marked. And can I... Got a bit of a weird position to be asking this now off the top of my mind. Can I, like... You used to be able to do this in other games, but I don't quite remember. Because I want to, like, specifically man mark them. I don't quite remember how to do it. Here we go. Specifically man mark. Callum Woods. Yes. It's Clark. And Gibbings, specifically man mark Matthew Blake. There we go. So that's going to kind of like cover that overlap while still giving me the attacking fullback outlet to be able to kind of like utilize that turnover. And I want to play a narrow line. Still going to go much higher and higher. And now let's see how this goes for us. So this is going to be our tactical setup to try compensate for those three men in midfield. I want to take away their wide utility so that they have to go through the middle. Oh, for fuck's sake. Clean. Oh, McLean. Okay, so we are going to move into that role here. Bugrain and Stanley. And plays advanced attack. Okay, Gibbons still play there. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, we'll check on that injury later. That could be devastating. Well, Morgan isn't having a good game with 6.5. You can see their fullbacks aren't playing badly. However, I don't like that we're getting no highlights. I'd rather the win because I want to be able to gain on them in that second place. And well, we have an XG. They have a 0 XG. So I'm going to push this back to balanced. Passes and possession wise, we've been the better side. So because we're controlling possession, I'm going to work ball into the box. I'm going to take off run at defense. Okay. Oh, start second half. There we go. Okay, come on. Gibbings not having a great game. Senior, come on. Work it through the wall. Work it through the wall. Work it through the lines. Stanley having it over there to Clark. Clark taking on that left-hand side. Taking it in. Can you get the cross in? Cross for Bergain. Gibbons. Oh, off the woodwork. I don't know how many times that happens to us. Oh, it drives me demented at times. There's so many times we are in positions to take the lead, score goals, and we hit the bloody woodwork. Just the one on target. 75 minutes. Okay, I'm going to take out some substitutes. Gibbings. We're going to go back to... So we're going to go back to this. And I'm going to bring Gibbings on. Stanley is going to go for the Reynolds role. And we're going to bring on Chris Farr. So Clark back here, Farr back here. Gibbings. There we go. Okay. Stanley in that box-to-box role. Farr, Holmes. Trying to think who else we need. Gibbings hasn't played well. Bugrain hasn't played well. Our defensive line is holding all around 6.9. Okay, let's just try to get a result out of this. Play with Gibbings up front and Bugrain. A bug rain. Why did it keep calling buck rain? Let's just go into very attacking for that last few minutes. Let's go shoot on sight. Oh, this could be a disappointing one to draw. Come on, let's get a highlight. Let's get a highlight. No, full-time draw. Okay. Disappointing. McLean getting injured, I think, really hurt us. Our XG, I mean, it's 0.4504. We were by far the better team. We controlled possession and passes. But we just, maybe I should have just had take shots. Very disappointed with that one. Because it doesn't leave us stranded, but it leaves us with third place to play for. And that's really all we have. Well, I guess automatic qualification for Europe next year isn't terrible. But as you can see, like 7 points, it makes it so much harder to push up that league table and to cement a better finish than what we got last time. And like I said, it's a tough result to take when the team that I want to beat the most out of anyone in this side is Bala Town. And that injury is a bad one. 6 to 7 weeks, sprained knee ligaments, and Gibbings also out for 8 weeks to 8 days to 2 weeks. I mean, I'm glad I have depth, but at the same time, you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to have to recall Byrne from that loan spell because I don't have cover. Like Bugrain is the only one I have playing up front, and I can switch to that back. I can switch to that 4-5-5, that 4-5-1 basically with the attacking midfielder, but I'm not comfortable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall him. Where are you? No, you be in the transfer history. Actually, yeah, his loan spell hasn't been a disaster. 14 starts, 2 goals, 1. So I'm going to recall him because we need him back. We need him back. Hasn't done too badly. We've seen just like increases all around. Determination's gone up. And actually, let's go back to Bugrain for a second here. Done fairly well. Dribbling's increased. There's a lot of increases. The game time has really done him well. So like maybe getting starting opportunities could really help for him. But we're going to, like, I'm expecting to beat Newton because again, I just want to cement that third place, and having Byrne up front as kind of like that backup option, I think will be really useful for us. Still has excellent potential, but like you can see, he's no longer like in competition for that starting spot. So he's going to be on the bench for us, but we need backup on that bench for you. So I'll come back to you for that match. I've only just realized I've had this text wrong all this time. It's not episode 4, it's episode 5. And what shall we call this episode? Championship group. There we go. That's what we'll call this one. Okay. While we're waiting, let me show you the most recent World Cup results. England won the damn thing, beating Italy 1-0 in the Lusail Iconic Stadium. Where in God's name is that? Of course it's in Qatar, but I've never even heard of this. What's your capacity? 86,000? Jesus. But yeah, fairly, like, the expanded group stage I'm not particularly keen on because you end up with a lot of you end up kind of like with a non-competitive aspect to it. I feel where like you don't get enough big teams not making it out of the group stages, which I love about World Cups because it's the upsets that I'm really here for. Now, we did have some upsets. We had Belgium losing out to Senegal. Really, really happy for Senegal getting African representation in that World Cup quarterfinals. Sweden topping the group against Germany. That was interesting, like winning all 3 of the games. So that means they took 3 points from Germany, and that being the only loss Germany had that season. Wales and Australia falling to Switzerland and Brazil, but with Switzerland topping that group. Oh, that was incredible. Nigeria taking the role against against Denmark and Japan. Again, really happy for the Nigerian side. Really happy for the African representation here. Portugal and Spain, Honduras and Chile, just the South Africans. I mean, like, we're going to call this the Latin group, and the European Latin, just like the powerhouses that is the Iberian Peninsula, just dominating that group and going straight through. Portugal beating Spain, being the only blemish to that Spanish side, and USA coming out on top of England. I'm going to presume they drew against each other. That was unexpected indeed. And let's take us to the second round. And Holland beating Colombia, Mexico beating Argentina, that I'd imagine was a really competitive game. Italy with an extra time win over Germany. Senegal beating Sweden and Nigeria. Again, the African representation. France beating Brazil, England, Portugal, Spain, USA. So let me get the tree up here. Let's go into the quarterfinals. And as you can see, Italy getting right through to the final, beating Mexico and Spain on their way there. England, I think, arguably having the harder route, beating France, then beating Holland, before beating Italy in the final. I mean, Spain, I'd argue, is probably harder than... It's toss a coin, who's a harder team to beat, France or Spain? That's a difficult one. But yeah, England winning their second World Cup, I think. But like finally making it true. But it's the England squad in Football Manager is an absolute beast if Aaron Ramsdale is their goalkeeper. Jack worked the space. Well done having Alex Ramsdale now to work on. I've been happy to see my under-19s doing really well, like finishing second in that development group. Only like the new Saints behind us, like with their under-19s, but like it's really happy to see that there is a bit of a talent factory at Connah's Quay. And actually, while I'm here, let me give you the chance to show you the development centre. Our youth candidates, we've got a really good goalkeeper coming through apparently, so there'll be competition for Byrne, because Byrne's only 17 years of age. I mean, he's got at least maybe 20 years ahead of him. And like if we have competition very early in this, say, between those two goalkeepers, that could be fun. Two centre backs coming through, midfielders as well, and that'll be handy because like we need cover in midfield. Centre backs, we have young centre backs, so it'll be interesting to see how they get through. Strikers and wide midfielders, like I'm happy to see the wide midfielders because I do play with a wide left and a wide right. So having two young prospects who look like great prospects coming through, that'll be really nice to see. Good intake. When we get to March, I'll show you what that intake looks like. Oh, and straight away we've got the Welsh Cup quarter-final draw. Let's come in and have a look. Draw next team. Denbich, however you pronounce that. Against Bala Town. Okay. Camry North against Camry Premier. Newton against Absworth. And then Cowlin Bay. Again, beautiful. We've got lower league team. Camry North against ourselves. Now we're away. So, you know, it could be worse. I definitely wouldn't want to be Newton and Absworth. Like they definitely got the hardest draw of the entire thing. I'm happy with that one. So it's not gonna do the same finals because that sometimes happens. Some competitions. No. Okay. See you at the match. I don't fucking believe it. Bugrain is now injured. It's only 2 to 3 days, but like this, he'll probably be fit for it again. But it's like this is squeaky bum time at this point because like McLean injured, Gibbons injured, Bugrain injured. Like I'm glad I brought Shane Byrne back because like if I have to start him, I'm comfortable starting him. But whew, let's see if he's fit or not. Thank God. The day of it, Bugrain is past fit by my fitness squad. Ready to play. I'm going to need him up front. So the great question, I guess, now is like, do I play with a front two of Bugrain and Byrne, or do I go with the 4-5-1 and have Stanley playing that attacking role? That is the genuine question I have to ask myself now because, do those opposition instructions with the Garcia has that deep lying forward role, and I can keep him busy. Inside full back. I think I'll go with the 4-5-1. I think I'll go with this and have Bugrain up front and have Stanley playing in this role here. I think this is what I'm going to go with just to be absolutely safe. Although Gibbons is not quite fit, but thank God I've got Charlie Farr who can come in and do that role. Is it Charlie Farr actually? Charlie Edward James Farr. Oh my God! Are you? No, of course you're English. What a double barrel! What a very long name. Let's go into information. See, is it even longer? Not Charlie Edward James Farr. I was expecting to see it's like Charlie Edward James Farr II or something. Okay, so McLean can come out. So Byrne, come in there, make me proud. You're going to get some game time, and Taylor can then take that last role. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Okay. Again, it's Newton. I expect us to win this comfortably, handsomely. I think style maybe, because I'm pretty sure we've beaten them. They might have given us. I'm thinking of one game where we won. I think we won 3-2, and we were 2-0 up, and then it went 2-2, and then we snuck a goal at the very end just to take it. So if it's the team I'm thinking of, they can pose a danger to us, but I fully expect us to be able to win this one. We've got the better possession. Our XG is slightly better, although it's the on target is good. Again, no highlights. This is what kind of concerns me. No highlights. Let me bring the attacking width out. Oh, it's fairly narrow actually. Let me lower the tempo ever so slightly and do work in the box just to give ourselves a better fighting chance. Because we've got good pass retention rate as well as possession, so I might as well utilize that possession. Oh no, this is Newton. Oh no, out on that left hand side. Okay, Harrington to Holmes. Oh my, oof. A bad pass. Hughes trying to get on the end of it, but Duggan able to make the most of it. So Hughes crossing in here. And Brett Taylor taking the lead for the home side. We are behind in a game I thought we'd be able to win comfortably. He got free in the middle of the box and Duggan just can't do anything about it. Okay. Often not a great start already. Stanley underperforming with a 6.4, dropping down, and that's halftime. I'm going to take Stanley off, move to a 4-4-4. 4-4-4. Yes, we're going to petition to FIFA to be able to put an extra 2 men on the field. We're going to claim that it's for equality purposes so that we have an equal chance of winning the game. Bulgarian can come back here. Byrne can go under the attacking role. What's your heading like? Not great. Bad strength. So we're going to play you as a poacher instead, actually, and have Bulgarian doing there. Okay. So, yeah. Make me proud, lads. Make me proud. We can score Taylor again. Roberts. Hughes. Come on, nick the ball in midfield. Well done. Senior, I thought you had it. Oh, my God. Kyle Patton from a screamer from outside the box. We're 2-0 down. Very bad way to start that second half. I'm concerned because this is 3 halves of football without scoring a goal. Senior should have done better there. I'm very disappointed in that. And it's beautifully bringing it around Duggan at the very end. We've got a game on our hands here. Garcia just holding that midfield and doing really well. You can see their defense is playing a blinder right now. We're going to have to play around that, I think. We're going to have to play around it. Overlap around and go really wide. Bit concerned. Owen's playing fairly well. Good for you, my friend. Harrington having a good game, but again, it's just no highlights for us. This is very concerning. Getting to the 70th minute mark. They have a free kick. This is going to be a 3-0 loss, isn't it? Garcia. Oh, thank God that looked like it was goal destined. That looks like it was goal bound. I have to make some substitutions because this is fucking dire right now. Charlie Farr having a really bad game. Why are you playing so badly? Luke Nippard going off Gabon. You're not playing too badly. I don't want to... What do we do here? I guess we bring Meme out. No, can't play in that role. Gonna bring Jordan on to secure that right hand side. I guess this is just a bad day at the office for us. And Farr playing really badly. I'm gonna have them go on attack roles. Try to overload those wide players. But it feels like defensively they have us today. I'm not sure what we can do to break this down. I think we're just going to have to resign. Farr still having a fucking dire game. It's 2 games in a row without a goal now. A little concerned we could slide down that table because that third place. Newton they've stole 3 points on us now in that third place. Our XG comparative, I'm not terribly bad about the XG, but we've underperformed here because they only had an expected goal return of 1 goal and we've conceded 2 here. This is concerning because now is not a time to get a blip in form. We're in the championship phase. We can't afford this right now. Let's bring us back to the table. So we've a healthy goal difference. Newton's still gaining on us. Like this can turn sour very quickly. And if we drop into our 4th position, I don't fancy our chances in a playoff because our morale will be a shot to shit at this point. Now it's about saving. It's about saving that 3rd position right now, because draw to Bala, lost to Newton. Not a good way to end this one. Friends, catch you in the next one.